How many of you would like to see the think it's the Halo Magnum fired in real life? Well, guess what, chat? Hugh is firing a very Halo Magnum looking pistol. We're getting a high-tech pistol and Pew. Are we ready, chat? This one gonna be good. Let's go.
I got the pistol from Halo.
Itch. Wow! Chat, I might be too fascinated by this to be getting horny tonight. That is amazing how that's working. The way that the slide is actuating? Well, that is okay, this is a
Today
fascinating
on PewView,
gun.
we have one of the most interesting and innovative pistols I have seen in my lifetime. This right here is the Dragon from Rideout Arsenal. I am overly excited that I get to have one of these on the channel right now because this is pre-production. This is one of 6. Nobody's supposed to have them out yet. This is more proof of concept. There's still a few issues, and realistically, I'm not supposed to be shooting it, but you know, when in Rome. So I'm going to explain this thing as best as I can for YouTube, and then I'm going to break it down. So if you guys want to see me disassemble this thing and actually go over all the moving parts and pieces and where you see the innovation really shine, go over to pepperbox.tv. I'll put a link down in the description below. Over there, we're
What? Yes, Tendrak. Yes, you can.
allowed to do basically whatever we want, and YouTube doesn't allow a lot of these things that we want to be able to do. So not only this video, all of the other videos are also uncensored, not just my channel, but all your favorite 2A creators, plus more. Now, before we go any further, we need to thank today's
Epic
sponsor.
music playing in the chief. Go. I need a weapon.
Your favorite 2A creators, plus more. Now, before we go any further, we need to thank today's sponsor. TacPack is a monthly subscription service that sends you tactical gear to your house every single month. Never know what you're going to get inside of one of these things. So what you're going to be able to expect is stuff like this. This is a Mission First Tactical buttstock for your rifle. Some sick-ass merch. Is that an extra large? It is. A Kung Fu grip for your rifle, a Mantis dry fire system for your pistol, an Enforce WML awesome lights, some really tiny targets so you can be better at shooting, Mission First Tactical range bag to carry all your goodies in, and of course, some awesome stickers. So TacPack has 2 main tiers. They got the standard and they got the plus. The standard is going to cost you $59.95 ship, but the value inside of the box is going to be anywhere from $90 to $120. TacPack Plus is going to cost you $139.95 ship, but that value is going to be anywhere from $240 to $300. So you're always getting more than you pay for. That's why we love TacPack. And October's TacPack is going to be worth over $300, and new subscribers that use that code right there are also going to get a free EDC box worth about $60, bringing your total order to $360. So go check out TacPack, linked in the description below, and be sure to use code PEW. Let's get back to it. This right here is the Dragon Rideout Arsenal. It's kind of like the pistol from Halo, really, but this is a lever delay.
Hang on. Okay. There's the Dragon. Hang on. And there's the Magnum. I mean, what do you think? Some obvious differences, yes, but considering this is a sci-fi long into the future and this is now, close, yeah,
Halo,
definitely
really.
close
But
enough.
This is a lever delay pistol, which is awesome because roller delay is my favorite system, and this is essentially the same thing, just kind of formatted differently. So although I can't show...
Wait, what'd that say? Same as the what? Same as in slow the bolt slide. Okay.
So although I can't show disassembly on YouTube, I can take this thing apart and show you guys piece by piece so you know what I'm talking about. All right, so for Pepperbox, I'll disassemble this thing so you guys can see the innovation behind this thing. But you can slide this thing to the rear and lock it. There's a little latch right here on this front piece. So for YouTube and Pepperbox, this piece up front, that is kind of like a little tri-lug. It's their own version of a tri-lug. So these will be available in different like shapes and lengths and sizes of compensators. Ports, they will offer an adapter for their own suppressor as well as an adapter for whatever suppressor you have at home. So this piece right here is insanely cool. It just attaches to the end of your barrel and it's completely modular. So this piece right here is your bolt carrier group. So you can pop this down and this will just slide right out. This right here is your bolt assembly and your barrel right here. So this is your guide rod. Take that little piece out, and then your whole entire bolt will come out.
Okay, hang on. I want to see that bolt. Interesting. Okay, hang on. Let me get out of the way of this. So that's the bolt. That's the bolt right there. Interesting. That design is fascinating.
Come out. Now this houses your extractor and your firing pin, as well as the lever delay. This is what I was kind of talking about. This is what reminds me of a roller delay system. Now with your barrel, you can take this little piece, pop it up, and then your entire barrel slides out. Then from there, you can pop off your optic. So they will be offering this in any shape and size, whatever optic you want to run. It's just a quick swap of this. So that's pretty cool. Another modular piece. So to take apart the grip, there's a little latch inside of here. You push up on that latch. You can also get a ton of different variants of this depending on how large or small your hands are. You can get big ones, small ones. I hope they get it down to where
they can actually swap out the back strap.
They are using Springfield Echelon magazines, which are fairly skinny. Then from there, your grip just pops off. You can slide your mag well on and off as well if you want to run that or don't want to run that. You want a bigger one or a smaller one. And your slide release comes off. Also, a modular piece is going to offer these in different lengths. So if you run your left hand as high as I do, you can get this up in the air and out of your way. I'm obsessed with this, dude. This is amazing. Like, I have been nerding out for 2 fucking days taking this thing apart. Like, the engineering is incredible. So this right here, your trigger guard, this is your serialized part. And also, this is a straight pull trigger, kind of like a 1911 or a 2011. And it is braking for me right now. We tested it with a wheeler kit, about 1.5 pounds. And this is your chassis that holds everything together. Everything is aluminum.
I noticed something in the trigger guard too. Notice the trigger has got the internal block safety mechanism similar to Glock. Hang on, let me see. I don't know if you can see it. It's hard to, you guys might have difficulty seeing this, I don't know, but you can see it's got like the trigger block safety, like the trigger bar safety here, just like a Glock. Interesting.
About 1.5 pounds. And this is your chassis that holds everything together. Everything is aluminum and steel, so it is a full metal construction. But that's it right there. That's all your pieces and parts. And if you don't like something about this, he's going to offer something to make it completely customizable to the customer. That's kind of the reason like everybody likes Glock, right? Because it's such a modular pistol. If there's something they don't like the trigger, the grip, the slide release, the mag release, like you can change it, customize it to you, right? Like this all just pops apart with little fucking... Dude, Tony Stark started making pistols. This is awesome. So obviously...
Well, I mean, he did start off as a weapons manufacturer, so makes sense.
Then goes back together the same way. Little trigger guard in here. You take your grip, slide it up on there. Barrel assembly, bolt carrier. Also, this is on a buffer. There's a little buffer system right here. And this inertia coming back is not what sets... I don't even know what this trigger is, like whether it's a striker or how the system works, because I don't think there's anything to compare it to, so I don't really understand it. But this coming forward is what allows your trigger to go bang, not it coming back. So you're not setting a hammer, so you don't feel that under recoil. Like... the force is forward, you know, going against the recoil in science and shit.
Yes, science!
But anyway, this going forward, sets your striker, your hammer, whatever you want to call it. And this is like incredibly smooth. You can take your optic, slide that bad boy back on here, slide your guide rod in there, and then your bolt carrier, pop right up in there. Then you can take your little tri-lug adapter, good to go.
Yeah, like Iron John, this has been a thing for a while. This is like back when YouTube basically went to war against the gun tubing community. They were basically trying to force gun tubers off of the platform. They were doing everything they could to basically strike their channels for everything that they did. Unfortunately, the gun tubers are a pretty sizable community and they have some very sizable connections. And basically they fought back, and so compromises were made. You can't shoot, you still can't fire full auto on any YouTube video, and you cannot show the disassembly of a gun. Likely that YouTube's reasoning, like the full auto one, I don't know why YouTube won't let you show full auto. God only knows why they won't allow that. For the disassembly, my guess is because YouTube's coming up with some kind of bullshit reason of, well, we don't want to teach people, we don't want to teach bad guys how to put together or even maybe assemble a gun, or it's a load of bullshit is what it is. Like all of YouTube's excuses why you can't show full auto or show the assembly or disassembly of a firearm on a video is all bullshit. Flat the fuck out. It is all bullshit. I don't know. They probably had some fucking lobbyist put a bug in there saying this is bad. You can't do this because bad guys are gonna watch it and they're gonna learn how to use guns and they're gonna come after your kids or some fucking bullshit reason like that. Who the hell knows? But the fact is like they can't show the disassembly.
Pop right up in there, and you can take your little tri-lug adapter. Good to go. So the last time I was actually excited and seen some innovation in the firearms community is with this right here, the Lago Alien. And although this is a 10 out of 10 in my opinion, I love this thing. I love the innovation of the Alien. I love the way it shoots. But there is a few downfalls, just nothing I was really willing to complain about because again, there's nothing to compare it to until now. I think this took the best parts about an Alien and added more features and fixed some of the issues. I got a better trigger, I got a lower bore axis, I got more modularity, I got better, what's the word I'm looking for? Functionality. So not only can I rack with this, which is how I rack my pistols, but you can also use your red dot without the need for a little button. Like on the Remus, you got the little button that you got to push. With this thing, you just, if you're used to that, or you can flood sling it, but it stays still while you're shooting it. So although this is extremely flat gun and I love the recoil impulse, it is nothing compared to the Dragon. This recoil impulse is insane. Since it's incrementing that lever delay or roller delay system, it's like a delayed, you know what, instead of explaining it, you guys bullied me into buying a Phantom camera. So let me go start up the high speed and then I can show you guys what I'm talking about. All right, this is day number 2 of us trying to record the same video, and every time we bust out this thing, the rain just starts to fall. So we're gonna work through it. We got a little Walmart tent, so excuse the noise, but again, you guys bullied me into buying a Phantom camera. So we got some high speed and we got the...
Holy shit! You got a Phantom. That's like what? A Phantom camera is something like a $10,000 piece of gear? If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure like the not the Phantom Red, but the Phantom is like, I think it's like 10 fucking grand. Holy shit! This is gonna get good.
3 flattest guns I own. We got the Alien Black and Gold Edition, we got the Dragon, and we got the Nighthawk. So I'm gonna go step out in the rain. I'm gonna start with the Alien, which again, this is one of the softest shooting pistols I own. The muzzle rise is next to none. The only felt recoil you got is a punch to the back of your hand, which after a while, like 10 magazines, it does kind of get to you. It's not like painful, but it feels like you bitch smacked the table. Like your hand doesn't feel great. Whereas like a Nighthawk, you can shoot this all day, every day and not feel any fatigue or pain to your palm in any way, and that rain can right off. All right, let's shoot these bitches in slow-mo. All right, Alien first.
That's fascinating.
Now we got the...
Wow, that slide action is fascinating. Damn. That is really fucking neat.
Now we got the Dragon. Now we got the dragon.
That is also really cool, the way that slide works.
Nighthawk, Firehawk.
And I do have to wonder, because am I crazy, or is the round ejecting almost straight? Hang on. Am I crazy, or is that shell ejection almost like straight up? Hang on. Yeah, I love the dragon slide also. Yeah, that's okay. That shell ejection is like straight up. Whereas the aliens had a traditional side port, so it's ejecting out sideways. So I wonder which is better in that respect. Having your round eject, or having your shell eject straight up, or having a traditional side port ejection. I wonder.
Nighthawk, Firehawk.
Nice. That seems like a bit of a weak ejection. Oh. Am I crazy, or did that ejection seem kind of weak? I might actually be a little bit concerned about stowepiping. That ejection seemed kind of weak, comparatively speaking.
All right, so comparing
Yes, I
these
do.
three firearms, I have come to the conclusion that this one probably has the least amount of muzzle flip, but it is punchy. Like I said, you only get a few mags and then your hand doesn't feel the best. Not to mention, you get about 3 mags before this thing is absolutely blazing hot. You can no longer hold on to it. Again, I'm just picking apart the downfalls of the Alien. I love this gun. I'm not saying it's a bad gun. I'm not like trying to break it down and steer you guys away from buying one of these, because
The vertical eject might help with the recoil by casting the extra weight up to force the barrel down. Possibly, Moose. Possibly. It's possible that you might have some gas expelling out, although realistically speaking, no, because all of the gas is kind of being forced down the barrel. You're going to get extremely minimal gas pressure coming out through the ejection port. So honestly, I think, top ejection or side ejection, I think, for me, I think it would be like, okay, the chances of stovepiping. The chances of a shell being caught in the breech when the slide snaps back forward could potentially be lessened by a flat vertical ejection versus a diagonal ejection. Possibly. Just going off the cuff, that's one thing I can think of that where you might see that benefit.
absolutely love the Alien. I'm just trying to give pros and cons of everything so I can kind of figure out where this thing sits. So, least amount of muzzle flip on the Alien. The softest shooting gun. The felt recoil of a Nighthawk is very minimal. It's very soft shooting. You can shoot this all day, every day, and be perfectly fine. This, in my experience, is a great mixture between the two. It's very soft shooting. I can shoot this all day long. It doesn't get hot. It's very soft. It's very flat. I think this is a great happy medium. I think with a few upgrades, like a slimmer grip and these things being a little bit higher so I can get a higher left hand, a better purchase on this thing, I think this has the potential to be the best of both worlds, especially when he releases this piece for a compensator. Obviously, it's going to drive the gun down more, resulting in less muzzle flip. I think this is going to be awesome. Again, this is not a review of this firearm because there is some quirks with this thing. We're having a lot of issues with it. Again, this is a pre-production sample. I wasn't even supposed to fire it. He said this thing is probably not going to work. There's a bunch of changes that he made to this. that you guys are going to see in the actual production model. So when the production model is available, I will buy one, I'll get it on the channel, and I will actually review it. You know, the functionality of it, the reliability, the accuracy. We'll get to that in a later video. I just kind of wanted to come on here and showcase the ingenuity behind this thing, because I think it is incredible.
Yeah, that's true. Having it eject straight up, you know, I have to worry about hitting your hand. Also, I could see with a vertical ejection, if you're on a range, think about what happens a lot of the times with your standard diagonal ejections. That the shell casing can eject diagonally, it can bounce off a wall and then bounce down into your shirt, in your shooting glasses, what have you. Maybe with a vertical ejection, there's less of a chance of that, perhaps. I don't know.
And he is doing 100 pre-orders. So he's doing like a kit. It comes with like 5 mags, holster attachments, the SRO, a bunch of random shit. And I think they're doing that right around $5,500 for the limited edition, 100 guns. Never going to get that edition again. But I think after the initial 100, I think these are only going to be about $3,500 for the pistol, which is about half of the Lago Alien. Also, about half of the Nighthawk. So I'm pretty damn excited. I get a 2011
$3,500 for the standard. So yeah, so the $5,500 was for that special edition. Standard edition $3,500 for this gun. Not bad.
Manipulations of a firearm that I'm used to. I get the modularity, I get the low bore access. I'm very excited to get my hands on a production model that is actually made to be shot. So keep your eye out for that video, but I just wanted to pop on here and just showcase the ingenuity behind this pistol, because again, I love innovation in the firearms community, and unfortunately we don't see enough, so I get very excited when we do get our hands on stuff like this. Tony Stark made a pistol. So I didn't show the trigger, so let me show you the take-up. Get a little bit of take-up. Nice wall.
Look at the design of that trigger, too. It's a 1911 style, like, fill-in trigger, but look at the curvature of that. I like that. I like the curvature of this trigger. To me, that looks like it would be really comfortable to shoot. Legitimately, I think that would be really comfortable to shoot.
Breaking it about 1.5, 2 pounds. Awesome reset. 2011 trigger. Got about the same amount of take up. You hit the wall. Good break. Awesome reset. Lago Alien. About no take up. You hit a wall. Good break. Nice reset.
See, this Lago Alien, look at how he kind of struggles. Look at how he kind of struggles to run the slide. That's one thing that would turn me off. It looks interesting, but if you have to manually draw the slide, I could see this design being a problem. I could absolutely see this being a problem.
Nice
like
reset.
for rapid
this is probably
slide
the
movement.
heavier trigger out of the 3, but still a phenomenal trigger. I have ran the f out of the Alien. Love it. It's a fast gun. Anyways, I'm going to stop ranting. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or stuff you want to see in the future video we do with this thing, leave a comment down below. Make sure to check out Pepperbox for the uncut version. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
That was cool. By the way, side note, hang on. Side note, apparently, guys, someone gifted me a sub to Pew's Twitch channel. I saw that I noticed the other day there was a message in my Twitch inbox. Someone gifted me a sub to his channel. I thought that was pretty cool. I cannot wait until he gets a full production model and can actually do like a full production model run. No, he didn't, Andrew. He did not say if it was 45 or ACP. He did not mention that. Probably, I think he wanted to wait until he gets the full production model, which I cannot wait till he does a review of that on his channel. That will be awesome to actually be able to see him just run that thing. Oh, I can't fucking wait. I cannot wait.